JBN, we keep you informed. Man who allegedly killed ex-lover turns himself in to St. Beth's police. The St. Elizabeth police are reporting that the man, allegedly linked to the fatal stabbing of his ex-lover in Brampton in the parish on Thursday, is now in custody. The suspect turned himself into the police in the parish on Friday and is to be questioned in relation to the fatal attack. Police reports are that on Thursday of last week, 49-year-old Ilreth Stevenson in the parish was heading to work when she was approached by the now suspect. An argument subsequently developed between the two, who were described as former lovers, and at one point a knife was reportedly used to inflict stab wounds to Stevenson's body. The attacker then fled the scene. The wounded woman was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Criminal gang reportedly on edge after developments in Montego Bay. The security forces in St. James have made a major breakthrough in efforts to dismantle one of the main criminal gangs in the parish through two strategic operations in Montego Bay. A number of firearms were seized, and 4 suspected gang members, including an alleged hitman, were held in the operations. While full details of the operations on Thursday afternoon are still not clear, sources close to the developments indicated that the first targeted move was made around 3 p.m. This involved the apprehension of 2 of 3 men who were traveling in a motor car in the White House community opposite the Sangster International Airport compound. It is believed that the law enforcers were on an intelligence-driven operation. After reportedly engaging members of the security forces in a shootout, 2 of the men, who are believed to be from the flanker community, were held and taken into custody, and 2 of the latest models of the Glock 34 pistol, along with a Honda Civic motor car, were seized. Sources claimed the 3rd member of the group escaped from the scene, but was later tracked to a home in an upscale community in the city, where he, along with a 4th suspect, were taken into custody by a joint police-military SWAT team. The sources indicated that the latter operation took place near a private home that houses a music studio in the upscale residential community. The 2 men who were held in the latter operation include one from a Mountain View St. Andrew address and another from Montego Bay St. James. The individual, who reportedly escaped from the shootout in the first operation but was later held, is said to be the registered owner of the motor vehicle that was seized by the police. Also, one of the detainees has been described as a hitman for the gang that has been associated with a high-profile underworld figure from Montego Bay. Additionally, one of the men who were nabbed by law enforcers was said to have been wearing a memorial pin for a known gang member who was recently shot dead by gunmen in the parish. Reports are emerging that the operations have created some amount of unease in the criminal underworld, especially within a particular gang. 44-year-old man charged after gun attack at Girlstone party in St. Andrew. A 44-year-old man who reportedly attacked another man at a party and used the firearm to hit the victim in the chest several times has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and assault occasioning bodily harm. The accused man has been identified as 44-year-old Jason Fraser, resident of Girlstown, Glengoff in St. Andrew. Reports are that about 8 p.m. on Friday, July 10, Fraser had an altercation with another man while at a party, where he reportedly used the firearm to hit the man in the chest several times, causing bruises and swelling. A report was made and an investigation launched, following which Fraser was arrested and charged, the police said. His court date has not yet been finalized. Fishermen on edge over recent deaths at sea. A number of local fishermen are calling for officials in the Fisheries Division of the Ministry of Agriculture to start an education campaign for fishermen going into deep-sea diving. Fishermen say they believed the move was important as they were concerned about a diving practice that is again becoming popular in a number of fishing communities called compressor diving. The practice allows divers to stay underwater for extended periods, but also comes with its own set of challenges. The call comes days after the body of a 24-year-old diver was recovered off the coast of Rocky Point in southern Clarendon. The deceased, Casaway Williams of Portland Cottage, Clarendon, died last Thursday after developing complications while underwater. Police are yet to release the post-mortem results surrounding the death of the fisherman, but some friends say they believe Williams' death has highlighted the dangers fishermen can encounter when doing compressor diving. Kemar Holland is a fisherman who knows all too well about the practice. A lot of young people are going into compressor diving, but are not taking time out to educate themselves about the dangers. Holland, who is from St. Andrew but also frequents Portland Cottage, said. Holland was not the only one making the call. Raymond Rockets, a fisherman from Greenwich Farm, made a similar call. The fishermen say they are concerned as the diving practice is again becoming popular in some fishing communities, and he fears that if something is not done to educate fishermen about the dangers, a number of lives will be lost. Holland said Williams is the 5th diver to have died in similar fashion in the past 7 months. According to the National Health Service (NHS), if not executed properly, diving can sometimes lead to air or gas embolism. Fishermen in Jamaica use the term bends to describe the development. According to the NHS, if a diver surfaces too quickly, nitrogen bubbles can form in their tissues and bloodstream. This is often referred to as decompression sickness or the bends. According to the NHS, surfacing quickly and holding one's breath can cause air trapped in the lungs to expand. This may rupture lung tissue, pulmonary biotrauma, which can lead to gas bubbles being released into the arterial circulation, arterial gas embolism. Health experts say in some divers, underlying conditions can increase the chance of decompression sickness. Government to employ substantial number of junior doctors. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says the government plans to employ a substantial number of junior doctors who are currently facing challenges in securing jobs in the public health system. The Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, JMDA, reported that just over 100 junior doctors have been unable to secure employment in the public system. Speaking during the weekly virtual COVID Conversations press briefing on Friday, Dr. Tufton said that following a meeting with the JMDA, the ministry committed to having discussions with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to see if additional positions could be made available where there is a need. I am happy to report that having had those discussions over the past day or two, the Ministry of Finance has said that we can find a way, and we are working to find a way. And there's a meeting to try and concretize the opening of more spaces, the minister said. I'm not going to promise 100 plus, but certainly substantial enough to fill some of the gaps that exist, and of course, to put some of our members to work in badly needed areas, he added. Dr. Tufton said that the ministry is committed to finding a long-term solution to the challenges being faced by the junior doctors. Electricity theft a problem for inner-city residents too. Inner-city residents are complaining that they too have to deal with electricity theft as persons living in their communities throw up wires on their legal connections, leading to disruptions of electricity from the Jamaica Public Service, JPS. That was the reality of one paying customer of 2nd Street in Jonestown, who said tensions have been created in the space as a result of this unfair practice. She said, "It's unfair because me have to pay a fee." The residents of Jonestown admit that while some participate in illegal electricity usage, the practice is a cause for concern. "My friend, she pay a bill to you, and more time for your gas right here, so. And when you check it out, it's them around you throw it up on our connection," the resident said. The residents say they don't see JPS crews so often in the area doing removal of illegal connections. "No really, only when rain fall and the transformer bust and it take away the light, and when that happen, them take all 2 days to come," the residents said. Many say they are inconvenienced because the majority of residents do not pay light bills. A resident of the Maxfield Park community said that illegal connections have been the underlying cause of house fires in the area. In recent weeks, there has been outrage over the revelation that the JPS passes on its losses resulting from theft to paying customers. A resident from Patrick Gardens who asked not to be named said that she was sympathetic to some people who access electricity illegally, although she finds it unfair to paying citizens like herself. She said that the JPS should not be charging extra to compensate for non-paying citizens. "Bills from JPS are expensive and people can't afford to pay," she explained. She added that the problem could be resolved if JPS simply choose to charge citizens at a reduced rate for electricity. JPS needs to sort it out. If you give the people a flat rate of $2,000 or whatsoever, people try to pay, she explained. A Clarendon school teacher has been arrested in recent times for alleged electricity theft. Reports are that on July 2, a JPS team conducted an audit at the premises in Maypen. No meter was found at the location. However, there was a direct connection supplying the premises. Glenroy Williams, school teacher, was arrested. The Maypen police confirmed the incident and said that Williams is to appear in court on Thursday, August 13. PDC to bat for Salt Spring and Catadopa divisions, despite the disqualification of their respective councillors. Montego Bay Mayor Homer Davis says the residents of Salt Spring and Catadopa divisions will not be neglected by the St. James Municipal Corporation, which he serves as chairman. Former councillors Sylvan Reed, who represented Salt Spring Division, and Gladstone Bent, who represented the Catadopa Division, were disqualified on Thursday, June 11, 2020, after it was revealed that they failed to attend 3 consecutive regular meetings of the corporation without approval as stipulated under Section 31B of the Local Governance Act. According to Davis, instructions have been given for the Parish Development Committee, PDC, which operates under the umbrella of the Ministry of Local Government, to meet with community groups in the affected divisions with a view to ascertaining their needs and to ensuring that they benefit from whatever projects and programs that are in place to help them. Support for the division does not have to come from or through a political representative, explained Davis. The Ministry of Local Government has agencies such as the CDC, Community Development Committee, and the Social Development Commission, which are tasked with the responsibility of creating and implementing programs to meet the needs of citizens, and therefore the time is perfect for them to get totally involved in Salt Spring and Catadopa, the mayor said. Projects started by the former councillors are unlikely to be scrapped, as according to Davis, the PDC has been instructed to meet with all the stakeholders, including the St. James Municipal Corporation, to get updates on projects that were being undertaken in the 2 divisions, as well as those due for implementation. These projects are funded by the St. James Municipal Corporation and the Ministry of Local Government, and it is important for them to continue. The citizens of the divisions deserve them, and despite their local government representative being disqualified, there should be no disruption, said Davis. People's National Party PNP supporters in Salt Spring recently staged a demonstration demanding that the St. James Municipal Corporation reinstate Reed, who was elected councillor twice on the PNP's ticket. The Jamaica Labour Party is the majority party in the corporation. The demonstrators also expressed fears that projects earmarked for their communities will be discontinued as the disqualification of Reed have left them without elected representation. The PDC is a non-partisan community-based organization that operates under the Local Governance Act. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.